It's moving. It's Young People Nation.
Welcome to Young People Nation. Listen to us weekly as we commit to bring transparency, healing, and truth to the everyday situations in life that might bring you down. Join us for your weekly dose of inspiration. Thank you for listening to Young People Nation. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And now, here's your host, Eugene and Donna Perry.
Let's go. Christ is the foundation. Know his word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Giving the world to the project. Lead them back to the cross.
Welcome to session 2 of Young People Nation. And again, Mr. Perry.
Hey, I'm back.
We're back with Miss Hannah Leatherwood and Miss Aaliyah Ellis. How you doing, young ladies?
Good.
And if you missed the first session, first of all, we always give honor and glory to God. We thank God. We thank our community. We're very grateful for those who have helped us, and we couldn't have done this without God, the community. Thank you to Augusta Podcast, Raquel Gardner with Rocky Premier, our marketing representative. So thank you all so much, because it truly takes a team to get this done.
Oh,
okay? If you missed our last session now, we
Shame
have
on you.
two amazing 13-year-old young ladies. Hannah Leatherwood is a scholar athlete. Both of these young ladies are 13 years old, by the way. Scholar athlete, cheerleader, Beta Club, head of a cheerleading, love Jesus Christ.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And she writes, she does, you do poetry?
No, yeah.
No poetry, okay. Maybe there's something that's coming.
Narratives. Narratives.
Narratives?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Talk about that. Wait a minute. Narratives. What you like when you say narratives?
I mean, I like dystopian books a lot. I like fantasy. I also do like a biography.
Nice. Okay. Well, we know who to come to when we need something written. Okay. And she is extremely bold and mature for her age. And so thank you so much. I tell you, I remember you when you was a little infant, and look at you.
Yep.
Oh, wow. And so we have Miss Aaliyah Ellis. She is such a beautiful and sweet soul. Her parents are Tanya Ellis, and Robert Davis. And Aaliyah likes dancing. Aaliyah likes shopping. She likes cheerleading. She's excellent in school. These two right here have an amazing friendship, a strong sisterhood. And Aaliyah also likes to strive for peace and unity. That's huge with you, isn't it? Mm-hmm. You're a very peaceful person. So thank you both so much. Thank you so much for being a part of the podcast. And in session 2, we're going to talk about bullying and how it affects teens' mental health. Generally in October on the calendar, that's generally what they support, bullying for the month of October, and people wear orange. And so you both shared some circumstances where you have seen bullying or been bullied. My husband and I, we're baby boomers. So back then we used to just fight and get it over with, and then we're friends later on, whatever, but that's not the case today. These young people have guns, and they're very violent and angry. So talk to us about what bully is from your perspective. I have had parents in my office that they come in my office talking about a financial need, and then they end up talking about their child, or the child is with them, and they share about their child being bullied. Mm-hmm. You two share your experience and your perspective with bullying.
I think as a girl, a lot of bullying is rooted in jealousy. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of girls that I've had problems with, and I know girls she's had problems with, they're jealous. Like they never have a reason to not like you. Mm-hmm. They just tear you down for no reason.
So that's their insecurity.
I think a lot of it is projecting too.
Okay. Talk about that. You said projecting.
Like what they find insecure about themselves, they'll try to push it onto you. Like if they think they're fat or if they think they're ugly, they'll be like, oh, she's ugly. Like she thinks she's pretty. I don't want her to think she's pretty.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, Aaliyah?
I agree with exactly what she said. They try and take their insecurities and put them on you. It happens a lot.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
It's like the movie Mean Girls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Almost.
wow. Yeah. Was that out when y'all, Mean Girls, did y'all ever see that?
I've seen it before.
Yeah. So that's kind of a sense of what goes on, just picking for no reason. You can just be going down the hall and just out of nowhere, bam. Wow. Have you ever had to protect yourselves from things like that?
Bullying.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
How did you handle that?
For me, it's not really like, I think I try to just ignore it, but you can't, it gets to a point where you can't ignore it. So eventually you're going to say something. So I think it's a good thing to stand up for yourself, but nowadays standing up for yourself is like, oh, you want to fight? Like, no.
So you're kind of in a tough spot. If I stand up for myself, then you think I want to fight. But if I don't stand up for myself, you're going to keep going. So do you bring your parents in on this?
I think when it gets to a point, you should bring your parents in. But like, most people don't bring their parents into, like, usually, I'd say at my school, people just fight, they get it over with. Like, it's not really a back and forth matter. It's like a very straightforward, like, okay, you're going to keep on doing this to me, then I might as well fight you because you're not going to stop.
What about you, Aaliyah?
For me, I don't think fighting is the way to handle things. So I always go to my mom about stuff and she'll give me advice on like what to do. And I'll try and ignore things. Sometimes it's hard to, but that's what I try and do.
Okay, so we talked about at lunch about parents normalizing bullying. Let's talk about that. Like, what I heard is like, I've heard parents say, "Oh, they just joking around. They don't mean no harm." Talk about that, about the normalization of bullying.
I think that, and also like the bully's parents, I think it's so common nowadays for like the younger generation parents. Like, we have, I say me and her, our parents, not old, but they're more mature than like a bunch of parents I've seen. Like a bunch of parents are like, they're young and they'll encourage the bullying and they'll be like, I guess you could say the kid will twist the words and tell their parent that, and then the parent will run with it and tell them to do this and that, and then it just doesn't stop.
Oh, wow.
Well, you know, parents are like a computer. Whatever you program into them, they run with it. No fact check, no backup this or nothing. They're just going by face value. And in many cases, they don't look at the real you. And they always live in a make-believe world. I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for that. And it comes to the part where they just don't want to deal with it.
Well, our youngest daughter, we didn't know she was being bullied until we got a phone call. Well, I got the phone call that she got in a fight. And I was like, Amber, get in a fight? And because we know our children, okay, what happened? Because she don't just fight. But come to find out, the young lady had been bullying her in class, hit her in the back of the head. The young lady was older, correct?
Yeah, she's about 3 years older than Amber.
Yeah, but they was in the same grade. And Amber did tell the teacher, but they didn't do anything. And but by the time we found out about it, Amber had reached that plateau. That's it, and fought back and kept fighting. So,
unleashed the hound.
And so she kept fighting. We learned later she ended up beating up the young lady. And we're not promoting fighting. Let's say that we're not promoting that. But she has so much built up in her about just leave me alone. It just kept going, and some of the stuff Amber told us later, not at the time when she was in high school. And so we were really surprised, and we tried to meet with the young lady's parents who would not meet with us because we wanted to bring some resolve to the situation. Why does she think it's okay to hit her? And we're just in class, and administrators, if she told you, why didn't you talk to us? You know. So, but we got to resolve because we as parents, that's where you have to come in and say, okay, this is not something that's going to be tolerated. She comes to school, get her education. That's it. You understand? She's not here for no one to be hitting her in the back of the head and all that stuff, pushing her, tripping her up and stuff, because it will cause for, and you all correct me if I'm incorrect, you don't even want to go to school.
And then in many cases, unfortunately, the bully don't realize if you unleash that door, the other person will do worse than you ever could.
Oh yeah, because that was that case. Yeah. So I want to ask you guys. We want to shift a little bit. We talked about social media and the pressure of being a teen and social media and its influences. Huge TikTok followers, both of y'all?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Look, I look at it too. Our platform is on TikTok. So, yes, I look at it. And I'm
not allowed on TikTok. So.
Yeah, because he'll get up there and give some opinions. You oh, my God. Well. No, sir. No. And so I ordered some things from TikTok. Yeah. You too, Aaliyah? You know, Aaliyah like to shop. So I said, Aaliyah, you ordered from TikTok. But they have some good stuff, you know. And so talk to us about do you find yourself diving into that world of saying, man, she's gorgeous. And I want to look like that. Talk about the influence of that.
I think you don't really consciously say, I want to be like that. It's kind of more unconscious. It's just, you're seeing all this stuff on your pages, Instagram, TikTok, and most of the time it's not even real. It's so easy to Photoshop something, but it'll get in your head and you'll be like, oh, her body's so pretty, her hair's nice, she's good makeup, blah, blah. And then you'll be like, I need to be like that. Because constantly, there's people, in real life, people are I think a lot of people have an unrealistic expectation of how people are supposed to be, and it's not even real because social media is so big nowadays. So when you have a generation like ours always on social media, it gets in our head, and then we start to think it's real, so we think that's the expectation for real life, and it's not real.
What about you, Aaliyah?
I wouldn't say personally I want to tend to be somebody that I see on social media, but I know that, it does influence you to oh, I want to do this, or I want to do what this person's doing, but completely be the person, I don't think that's ever happened to me. But I know that it happens to other people, and it makes them feel sad about how they look, or, things that they do in their life because they see somebody else and they think they're perfect. And that's what I want to be.
Do you all feel affirmed as young women? What I mean by that is you're comfortable with yourself.
Yeah, but I didn't a few years back.
Okay. What about you, Lou?
Me too. A few years back, I did not like who I was.
I when I was younger, I had a birthmark that covered this whole side of my face. And I was extremely conscious of that. But my dad affirmed me, I can say that today, to the point I totally forgot that was a mark, that was a birthmark. And as I've gotten older, it's gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. But when I was younger, and my siblings, we used to pick real bad in our family, okay? And so I'm the youngest of 5, so it used to be like, Mom, Dad, put some bleach on your face. It would go there. If you cried, okay, So, but nevertheless, that being comfortable in myself was extremely important. I don't know what it is to wear a size 5 or 6 in clothes. I've never been tiny. You understand? So that is important. I'm saying this is very important to be comfortable in how God made you. Just like my husband used to talk about his brothers being super tall, and he would be like he wanted to be tall, but
I was the runt.
but nevertheless, we have to be comfortable and okay in the way God made us, and not allow someone else's voice to tell you you're not enough.
I think it's also good to have, like what you said, have a parent or just someone you're close with to reaffirm you whenever like you're thinking like that. Because bullying, that's also where a lot of bullying comes from, like your looks. And then if you don't have someone to go to and tell you like it's okay that you have that, it's not a problem, it shouldn't be insecurity, like we're all unique, then you would probably start beating down on yourself.
I know my husband, he didn't grow up with girls, and so I'm very grateful he was willing to listen. The importance of a father affirming a daughter. It just like I believe mothers affirm the sons more, but it's very vital that fathers get in there, or a positive male figure, because sometimes a father's not there, and that's fine. But a positive male figure is they're like they're in your ear, and you hear their voice. And I can look back now. I heard my dad's voice above anyone that may have picked at me about having a birthmark. And so, how important is that, young ladies?
My dad, for me, he's always like, every chance he gets, he'll tell me like, "You're so beautiful. It doesn't matter what other people say." Like, I really like that about my dad. That's definitely one thing I like. Like, no offense to my mom, but no, she's always said I've been like a daddy's like girl, and I am, because my dad, he like always has wanted a girl. So you can only imagine when he found out I was a girl, and we've been close ever since I was born.
Absolutely, I got 2 of them. One, that youngest one in particular. Over there,
What?
I could say, "Oh, that's so pretty what you got on." You let him say it. "Oh, Daddy, thank you so much." I'm like, I just said the same thing until I got a hold of that's Daddy, and that does make the difference. Were you gonna say something, Lee?
I agree with what she said.
Dad's voice above others. Okay. Well, you heard that out there, moms. That y'all cool with us, but you need dad to be talking. That's like my husband, and he is such an amazing father.
Thank you, dear.
When it's Mother's Day, and even though Amber doesn't have children, but he drops off flowers for them on Mother's Day at their home, and when they was in school, you would take them flowers and stuff like that, because y'all like that. Am I right? So dads out there, your daughters need that affirmation, whether you like flowers or not. It's not about you, Dad. It's about them.
Well, parents make a difference, and that's what we're here for. I didn't have a positive reinforcement when I was growing up, because, in the first grade I was 100 pounds and I stuttered and didn't have no front teeth and all like that, and I was plump. I was plump, 100 pounds in the first grade. And
it's that country cookie.
Yep, and I always hungry and on the positive thing, my daddy told me, get your fat self over here. Get your fat self over there, and I'll kind of like waddle over there to him and everything. And he give me that little pet name, Fatty, get over here.
Oh, Lord.
And I thought that was my real name, Fatty. And then I'll waddle over there, and if I bent over too far, I tear my pants. One time I bent over to tie my shoe and I rolled over, and I thought somebody pushed me. But it was just all that fat going forward. So I grew up like that, no positive influence. And I said, I'm not going to be like that with my kids. I'm going to give them a positive outlook because it takes a lifetime to outgrow that.
I believe that. And that's a whole nother podcast. If somebody keep calling you a name, you just think that that's your name,
Yeah.
But thank you all so much, young ladies. This is session 2, and thank you all for the wisdom. One thing, if y'all can give one word on bullying, what would be the one word?
For me, before I talk on anyone, like, first thing I tell myself, like, I've always said this, I don't know where I got it from, but I just always think, like, don't be the reason someone wants to commit suicide. Like, that, that's all I think about.
Yes. What about you, Lee?
I would say don't be the reason somebody doesn't want to go to school or doesn't feel comfortable with who they are.
Wow. Listen to these young people, audience, and check your children and whether your child is being bullied or the person that's bullying. Okay? Check that. Check it. Okay? All right. So thank you, ladies. This is session 2. And again, one thing that both of them said, you got to look at the mental health of when someone is being tortured. And like my husband shared, it took him a lifetime to get past being called names. So the hotlines we like to give out is the 988 hotline. That's a text 741-741. That's free 24/7 service. That's a NAMI. That's the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And you can go to their website, in the state that you live in and get the proper help you need. Also, there's a general community number that is 211 that is available 24/7. Then there's the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. That number is 800-273-8255. Mr. Perry.
Speaking from a person that was in school before them, bullies, once you open that door, you might not be able to close it because if you don't come with it and they ever get you, you are the one going to be bullied with a gusto. When you're alone with yourself, you drift to the future to see what you want to see, or you drift to the past and suffer. So why things went wrong? Just don't look back. This has been Young People Nation, and remember, there is always hope.
Christ is the foundation. Know his word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Give the world to the project. Lead them back to the cross. He the number one prospect. He the top boss. I was broke, I was empty. He the one that paid the cost. Really thought that I was cool. There was nothing like the Savior. Now it's time for the truth. The whole world been waiting. It's Young People Nation. 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 The whole world been waiting. Whatever you going through, I know what he gonna do. Don't matter the circumstance, we going back to the root. Keep going, keep going. Let that seed keep growing. You need peace and we know it. Now it's time to live holy. Young People Nation. You know what time it is. Young People Nation. Get ready, the time is here. Get ready, we vibing here. We about to let God in here. Young People Nation. It's Young People Nation. Yeah, do it for the heavens, you know where we going. Influenced by his love, you know we gotta show it. It's time to put the youth onto what God is doing. Cause I can tell you now, right now, that God is moving. It's Young People Nation.